Hey guys, Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Disney Plus presents Werewolf by Night. Not Werewolf by Night, but the freaking Man-Thing. That said, this is of course a deluxe figure brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro. And yeah, I don't know what is going on over there at Hasbro, but why did we not get the main character from this freaking thing first? Especially since it's been almost 20 years since we've gotten a Werewolf by Night figure at all. That was back in the Toy Biz days, so that thing is dated like a son of a gun. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But before I get too far ahead of myself with my wish lists and or demands for the Marvel Legends team, who I do like quite a bit. I think there's some pretty wild and crazy guys. Why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at Man-Thing's accessories. And he only comes with a set of hands. Open hands, but hands. And, you know, what else is a Man-Thing gonna have? Maybe a pointy hand? That said, moving him over. Some of you might remember back on my old channel, Overlord Toy Reviews, that I did a video review of this guy right here. This is the original Man-Thing Build-A-Figure from the... Really, it was a Netflix wave, but he didn't have much to do with that. There was no MCU Man-Thing at the time. I think he cameoed in Thor Ragnarok as a statue or something, but I don't think we knew that by the time this figure came out. But, you know, I had the Netflix... Daredevil, Elektra, Punisher, Jessica Jones, and then it had the first comic book Blade we ever got from Hasbro that didn't get canceled. That was kind of meh, especially compared to the new one. And we got the infamous Bullseye. First time we ever got the Bullseye body buck. A lot of people call it the Sunfire body. It's the Bullseye body. Pretty sure he used it first. That said, this Man-Thing Build-A-Figure is still, to this day, one of my personal favorite Build-A-Figures from the Marvel Legends line. And I think one of the best Hasbro has ever given us throughout the life of the Marvel Legends line. It is a solid Build-A-Figure. Lots of paint, really good sculpt. And as you can see, compared to this new one, quite a few differences. The shoulders, I think, are different. The overlay on the torso, I think, is different. The heads are different. The hands are different. The lower legs are different. The knees are actually upside down on the new one, whereas on the old one, they're, well, quote-unquote right side up. He's a Man-Thing after all. I guess he doesn't need to be anatomically correct 100% of the time. I even think the crotch piece, which is another overlay, is different. So a very, very cool figure. I will say this one's ab crunch, at least on mine, isn't too loose. Some people's have loose ab crunches. Mine not so much. Guess I lucked out there. I don't think the feet are different, are they? No, feet look the same. Taking a closer look at this guy, you can see his, like, face, whatever you want to call this, his weird elephant trunk things, go all the way down to his peeper just a bit. That's kind of funny. And he's even got, like, a peeper made of leaves. So, there you go. He's got a leaf peeper. But as far as articulation on this guy goes, his head will rotate. He's got a double ball peg in there, so he can look side to side, look up and down a bit. You can do some really weird stuff with this figure and make him look like Sauron doing that. Lord of the Rings Sauron, not the Marvel Sauron. Doy. Shoulders will go up all the way, pretty far anyways. Or rotate around. I guess not a full 360, huh? Oh no, they rotate full 360, you just gotta move the arm out of the way. They will get caught on stuff though, so be mindful of that. It's got a bicep twist. Single elbow. Very tight on this side. But you give full 90. Personally, I like to leave it bent one notch. It's got a wrist swivel with a hinge. It should be worth noting. The wrist pegs on this guy are a lot thicker than the old one. so you don't gotta worry about breaking the hands. I know some people were breaking the hands, dear, when that bath came out, but they seem to have rectified that here. Ab crunch can go this far forward, so like 2 notches. This far back. Again, the rubber overlay is a little different. He's got a waist twist. That works fine. Hips will kick out, back down. You can kick him forward and back, but I'm not gonna push it too far, because I don't want to stress this thing out. But you can kick about that far, which isn't bad. Thigh cut. Double knee, and as you can see, yeah, that thing is upside down. Possibly even backwards. But he's Man-Thing, so who cares? As far as the feet go, it's got a hinge in the foot. We have the rocker. Not the tightest thing there, but it does work. It does work. So, very, very cool. You know, we just got that new Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. We've gotten a couple Doctor Stranges this past year. We got that 90s style blade. If you pick this guy up, you are shaping up to have quite the Midnight Suns lineup on your Marvel Legends shelf. So, yeah, I like this figure. Is he going to win any, you know, Marvel Legends of the Year awards or anything? Probably not. I think if anything, it's a good way for the fine folks over at Hasbro to get this guy back out there. By making the newer Werewolf by Night version, while also giving, you know, your comic book fans something to pick up in case they missed the other one, because he looks like the comic book. You know, very seldom does MCU actually get that right, even though they are comic book movies after all. You'd think it'd be pretty self-explanatory. But if you're a comic collector and you don't have a Man-Thing, this is a good one to pick up. If you're an MCU collector, you're obviously going to pick this one up. But if you're like me and are picky-choosy, maybe you'll still want to pick this one up, because I always like Man-Thing. I have the old Toy Biz one. I almost had the old Toy Biz one from the 90s, but I goofed and didn't buy it when I had a chance. So yeah, I do have a bit of a thing for the Man-Thing. That said, before I wrap this thing up, got our 2 regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith, there, and the infamous Odin Spawn, who, as usual, actually he's not towering over everyone today, but they're almost the same height. 2 good old Al Simmons' Grant there. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and I'm going to stand by my previous statement in saying that, yeah, if you didn't manage to pick up the original Man-Thing Build-A-Figure from way back when, or even the single-carded Toy Biz version of the character, then this is the next best thing. On top of the fact that he has alternate hands, he's got a lot of the same parts as that Build-A-Figure Man-Thing, which, for me anyways, is one of the best Build-A-Figures the fine folks over at Hasbro has ever given us throughout the life of the Marvel Legends line. That said, I'd like to know when the Sam Hill we're going to get a Werewolf by Night to go with this guy, comic book or movie. I'm not going to be picky. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.